So a couple months ago, this video surfaced around Twitter of a early dev kit version of the PlayStation 5 next to the PlayStation 4 Pro, loading how fast it loads up Spider-Man. The dev kit loaded it up in 0.8 seconds, so that's less than 1 second, and the PlayStation 4 Pro loaded it up in 8.10 seconds. So the thing is that that was a early version of the first dev kit that was sent out to developers and stuff like that. And I think there was like what 2 or 3 different versions of the dev kit that were sent out to developers to use on their games. So meaning this was the slowest version of the PlayStation 5 dev kit that loaded up Spider-Man in 0.8 seconds, meaning and loading it up in less than 1 second, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. That's the slowest version of the PlayStation 5. So meaning that the final version of the PlayStation 5 console will actually load that up faster than 0.8 seconds, which is pretty crazy if you do think about it, because that dev kit right there, that was the earlier version of the first version of the PlayStation 5 dev kit. So you know what I'm saying, the final PlayStation 5 is gonna be super duper fast, and I feel like that's the one big thing that's gonna be the big change, the big revolutionary change between the current gen and the next gen. Of course we're gonna have better graphics, but the biggest change is gonna be how fast things loads up in the next gen consoles and stuff like that. I just thought this was pretty crazy. I just thought this was pretty ironic if you think about it. No wonder the Zerny was talking about it when he did his PlayStation 5 deep dive, and the whole specs and stuff like that. It really focused a lot on the SSD, and I think we know why, because I think PlayStation knows that they're gonna have probably the faster console between the Series X. I'm not saying that the Series X is not gonna be fast, but I do feel like the PlayStation 5 will be faster and stuff like that, even though on paper the specs on the Series X do lean on it to be more powerful. But I do feel that the PlayStation 5 will be more faster and stuff like that. But let me know what you think about this, man. I thought this was pretty cool, you know what I'm saying, to talk about real quick. And yeah, man, that's all I have for today, and I'm out, bro. Peace.